that is even possible. So please welcome.
Hi.
Yes, what's up? Tell people your name.
Hi, my name is Mwangi Njanja, and I'm here from
Njanja.
Njanja. Yes. I represent Tony Teeny Tone Productions.
Tony
Teeny Tone Productions. So it's kind of like Tony Tone.
Yes, but Tony Teeny Tone.
My partner is Teeny, and we set the tone.
Okay,
kind of
okay. So you're two people that you're setting the tone.
Yes, correct.
Okay, nice. And a very lovely lady also. Her name is Lucy Wache.
Yes.
Yes, I got it right, eh?
Yeah,
come closer to the microphone.
Lucy Wache.
Wache.
Yes.
And then Wache. Yeah? I know, Kenyans are wondering, so who is Lucy Wache and who's Tony Tones? Who are these people?
Yeah, so we're here today to promote a stage play that's coming up this Thursday to Sunday.
Okay.
Called The Money That Made Him Poor. It's going to be showing at the Louis Leakey Auditorium. There'll be shows at 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 8:30 p.m., and we're kind of here to talk about that play.
Okay, that's dope. We'll get to that later on the show. But just tell, how old are you guys?
So I'm 31.
I know you never ask ladies, but it's important to know because, there are young people out there who want to join, the acting scene,
yes,
the movie scene, the film industry, but they are a bit confused.
Yes. So Lucy Wache is our loved daughter.
Okay.
Happy wife and blessed mother.
Okay.
My husband and I raised 3 children.
Wow.
And I'm 38 years old.
You've been acting for how long?
For plus 13 years.
13 years?
Actually, since I was in campus, that is a long time ago, at the UN.
Okay, so, and I haven't watched any of your work or your show. So could you tell me some of the jobs you've done?
Okay, so first, my first love was stage theater.
Okay.
So I've acted with Heartstrings Kenya, I've acted with Phoenix Players.
Okay.
I've acted with Sterling Quality.
Okay.
I've acted with Wholesome Entertainment. And we have a vibrant drama group at my church also where I act. But I'm also with the Real Housewives of Kangware.
Okay, and in Real Housewives of Kangware, what part do you play?
I am a mean boss, a very mean boss.
I think I know you. I can put the face now. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, dope. So, one a producer.
Yes.
And the company owner, production house owner.
Yeah, one of them, yeah.
Yes.
So basically for me, as far as the arts, I think I started acting, I'm 31 now, so for me it's 16 years, but there was a big gap.
Okay.
From the age of 19 until maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, acted 15 to 19, and then me and my partner Justin Karongoro hooked up 2015.
Okay.
Started Tony Teeny Tone Productions, and then
how many productions have you done so far?
So this is our 3rd major one.
Okay.
So we've done we did a TV pilot called #BecauseLove, starring Akina Joyce Maina, Pascal Tokodi.
Yes.
We did that 2017. We did some photography work as well the same year, and then now this is our first of hopefully many stage plays once the public decide to support our play.
Okay, that's dope. And the fact that you just decided to put your money into film and theater.
Yeah.
How is that working for you? Are you seeing any returns?
Well, the good thing about theater, if you compare this with television, is that the returns are immediate.
Okay.
Guys go to MOOC, they buy the ticket, we see it.
Okay.
So basically,
it's like a concert.
It's like a concert.
Put up an event and then...
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, so it's for me, this is actually... because when you do TV, it's all about the views and how people watch it and stuff like that. And so that doesn't take a lot of investment. So for me, what I like about being in theater right now is that pretty much people are putting their money where their mouth is.
Okay.
Because a lot of buddies will say, I'll come...
But it's expensive, right? It's very expensive.
To do theater.
Yeah, to do theater. To put up a whole production.
I would say theater is more expensive and more difficult than television.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yes.
Yeah, in my experience. Yeah. But again, people are putting their money where their mouth is, so we're very thankful.
With the growth of the TV industry and people buying a lot of content, at least now you're getting You're getting opportunities.
Yeah, the opportunities are there, but at the end of the day, the thing that I think that we don't have yet is we don't have. We've not gotten the standard of quality yet that the audience expect. Especially when you look at the middle class and up audience, we've not achieved that standard yet. I think this is one of the few areas in Kenya, one of the very, very few areas in Kenya where if you're working class and you're poor, it really is a golden age where there's so many shows for you. But if you're middle class and above, I would say
they're very few. They're a handful,
and most of them are Nigerian.
And the reason why it costs it's because it costs a lot.
It's cost is part of it, but it still costs a lot in Nigeria, still costs a lot in South Africa. There's deeper cultural issues, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Culturally, we'll have that conversation.
For sure,
the deeper cultural issues, you can tell us exactly why.
Yeah.
And also the lady from Wache. From Housewives of Kangware, the very mean boss.
Yes.
Yes, you'll also tell us, some of the auditions that you went to and you never made it. Because you've been doing this for a long time. So we still wait for Sean Kibaki, who's supposed to be here.
Yes.
And where is he?
So basically, he left. So we spoke to him about like 20 minutes ago, and he just left. He just lives around Spring Valley.
Oh, so he will catch up on Breakfast with the Stars. And I'm in the studio with the real stars this morning. The time now is about 7:23, and we're talking about a production that is about to kick off.
Yes, this
I'm
Thursday.
assuming this Thursday.
Yes.
And it's going to be happening at?
It's going to be at the Nairobi National Museum, Louis Leakey Auditorium.
Yes.
Shows at 3, 6, and 8:30 p.m.
Yes, and the person who's talking is Mwangi Njanja.
Yes, that's
of
right.
Tony Teeny Tone Productions.
It'll take some time, but you'll get
Tony Teeny Tone Productions and Lucy Wache. Yes, who's been acting for a minute. Technically, you've been acting for more than 16 years.
Yes.
Come close to the mic.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So I started acting professionally. I've been acting for a long time, like since when I was a child.
Okay.
But professionally, I think since the year 2000.
But does that help you with your love life?
Oh yeah, I found my husband through the theater.
Not like that. Like, does it help you love life? You know, like if I was dating an actor, but I wouldn't know whether she's saying the truth or when she's like. Have you been acting in your relationship all this time?
No. I only act on stage or for screen.
Me, I don't trust actors. Hey, bro.
There's nothing as scary as women who can cry on cue.
Yeah, can you imagine?
She
can get anything she wants from you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're talking about the issue of culture.
Yes.
And the issue of productions vis-a-vis high-end and low-end productions.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of low-end productions.
I wouldn't say low-end. I'd say things that cater more to like the working class and the working poor, I guess.
Okay, the middle class.
Yeah, the lower middle class.
The lower middle class, but you don't have productions for the upper middle class.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Could you explain that a bit more?
Well, I think in my opinion, what it is that when the lower middle class in Kenya and below tend to be a very loyal audience. Okay. But they don't. And I think part of the loyalty comes from the fact that they're quite happy as long as the story is about them. Okay. They don't care too much about production value, sound quality, as long as the story.
Even content.
As long as the content is about them.
About them, yes.
Yeah, as long as it's about their life,
the struggles.
Their individual struggles,
that they identify with.
Yeah. Okay. And that is why, productions like Housewives of Kangwari is so big. Yes, that is why we have the comedians, reaping a lot of money because they get a lot of shows because, you know what, they relate to the real Mwananchi.
Yeah.
The Mwananchi wa pale wa street.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, true. And and I said, as I said, them, as long as it's a story, they don't care if the sound is okay, the visuals. Whereas you come to the upper middle class, people expect a lot of quality and a lot of relatability, but without a lot of sacrifice on their part.
They're not loyal.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's not a very loyal audience, and I think it's just more a thing of we've just trained ourselves badly. I don't think it's something that's permanent.
No, I think we're petty. I think we're very petty.
Yeah, sometimes.
No, I think the upper middle class are very, very petty. They're the guys who will come and they will judge everything. They will they will run to Twitter and call you out on everything. Yeah. And at the same time, these are the same guys who will not even come out and support a production if you put out a production like that in a theater.
No, actually, theater in this country does actually surprisingly well. So, like, as I was doing research for this play, I mean, I do have to say, theater audiences, man, like, whether it's middle class, upper middle class, generally speaking, very loyal, very happy audiences, generally.
Well, talking about loyal and happy audience, what is the role of film and theater in addressing issues in the society?
I think what has been happening over the last 5 to 10 years is basically that us as people, as African people, or globally we're called people of color, is that our stories are becoming out more and more and more. Yes. So even if you look at this production, The Money That Made Him Poor, it's a Nairobi story. It's a story of a guy who comes from Shags. His father has died, and basically the audience is going through the journey of finding out, can he actually make it without losing his soul, or will the corruption take him under? Because this is Nairobi at the end of the day. Okay. So all young people who are coming, from wherever they're coming from, can relate to that story. And before we used to all tell Western stories, but I think over the last 10 years, one of the best things that has happened has been we've started telling our stories the way we want to tell
the Kenyan story.
The Kenyan story.
We're now depicting the reality of the reality that is out there, that is corruption that's eating us.
Exactly. And in our language and with our way of looking at things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lucy.
Yes.
Auditions. Let's talk auditions. How many auditions have you gone for?
No, I can't. I don't know how many.
Okay.
But tons. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, let's talk about how many auditions have you gone for and you've been turned down?
Okay. Maybe 20. I don't know. Maybe
a lot.
20. Yeah.
Yes. And how do you keep going? You
keep going because, I think for me it's just the attitude of, I'm going into this thing. I might get it, I might not. Okay. Because for auditions, it's either you can be experienced, yes, but if you don't fit the part, you just don't fit the part, yeah? Okay. So if you have that open mind, that it's an opportunity for me to showcase my talent. Okay. if I'm picked, that's great. If I'm not picked, there'll be a next
time. No, but you see, we are human beings. Yes. You don't have that feeling like, hey, akiwaruna sema, panona ni walini.
Of course, you'll be disappointed and discouraged. But then you pick up yourself and say, okay, next time I will still try, because it's something you're passionate about.
Okay. Yeah. So this is your hustle. This is what you do. Like, this is your 9 to 5.
So I am both an actress and also a supply chain specialist, supply chain management specialist. Okay. This is what I've done for the last 13 years.
What do you mean the supply chain
logistics, export,
export,
transport, that whole thing. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing
on the side.
Logistics is what I've been doing for the last 13 years, 8 to 5, right? Acting is what I've been doing after 5. Okay. But now I took a break last year when I was pregnant with my third born. Okay. So acting is what I'm doing now, 8 to 5. And logistics is what I'm doing as part-time.
Okay, and what's the name of the production you guys are on right now?
Oh, it's called The Money That Made Him Poor.
The Money That Made Him Poor. Yes. I need to have a conversation around that so that you can tell us in depth of what to expect. We can talk about the cast and we'll win. It's a problem from everybody. Anyway, that is football news and we'll have that discussion later on the show. Right now, though, this is Breakfast with the Stars. I'm hanging out with Mwangi Njanja of Tony Tini Tone Productions. I'm getting it. Yeah, and Lucy Watcher, actor. And we're still waiting for Sean Kibaki. I think Sean Kibaki is not used to interviews because ajafika mpaka saizi na anatoka Spring Valley. This is crazy. But you know what? When he gets here, he'll get here. But in the meantime, let's discuss the play, the production.
Yes.
So in a nutshell, what's the production all about? I know you've already told us it's about a guy who's come from Shags.
Yeah.
And he's in the city.
Yeah.
That is Nairobi.
Yeah.
And we're wondering whether or not he's going to make it or he's going to be swallowed by the corruption and all the drama that is the city.
Yeah, I mean, essentially that's the central thing of the play. So, it covers things like, like, for example, when guys come from Shags and they meet that woman, that woman from a very well-to-do family, but she's like, you know what, the way you're living and how you're living is not how I want to live.
Okay.
What does a man do at that stage? It covers that. When you meet that first entrepreneur, you see that he's balling, flossing, living a good life, has his socialites all around him. What decision do you make at that stage? So, I think it's very much a thought exercise that everyone can relate to and understand, because everyone knows that story. Everyone either knows that story or knows someone who's gone through that story, and either gone one way or gone the other.
Okay.
So it covers corruption in a very personal and very real way. It also covers, like, for example, when you have a choice between family and money, what do you do?
Wow. That is a hard question.
Exactly.
And you don't think you'll get into problem with Gava, because Gava has been restricting a lot of theater and a lot of film that touches on issues that affects the government directly. Like, corruption is a big deal right now in the 254.
I mean, on the one hand, I think it's helpful for the government because it helps the agenda, but on the other, we're just telling a human story. Like, for us, we're more interested in the story than in the politics, and that's one of the things I like about the plays. That normally when guys talk about corruption, they're like, NHIF 2 billion gone, Sujui, and SSF Sujui this amount gone. Whereas this one is like, no, this is the story of one guy and his journey with corruption that everyone can understand and relate to.
Okay, so Lucy, tell us what's your part in this play, in this production?
So I'm playing Ma. Yes. So the main character's mother.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're from Shags. Or you're the one from uptown?
So we used to live in Nairobi.
And then moved to Shags?
My husband squandered every penny that we ever had.
Okay.
Then we had to
relocate.
We had to relocate, imagine. And I don't like that life. The fact that we had to relocate. So I'm very bitter with my husband because of that, And I have this victim mentality, and I'm always guilt stripping people.
Okay. In Shags?
Everywhere, actually.
Where have you guys moved to?
Yeah, sorry?
Where have you guys moved to?
From Nairobi to Eldoret. Yes. Yeah.
Eldoret is not a bad town.
It's not, but I just don't like that.
It's a step down from what you're used to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about government, bro, and the issue of the limitations, and there's a case that was won in court just the other day.
For Rafiki, yeah.
For Rafiki.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that? Do you think Gava is limiting, talent, is limiting, film, creativity? What's your take on that?
I think, even taking Gava out of it, I think we just don't have a sufficient infrastructure to support film.
Okay.
Just overall, I think people are focusing a lot on the legislation, but I think for me the bigger issue, honestly, is the main thing is money. I think the biggest thing is people who are willing to take a risk with their money so they can try projects. Because I think one thing we all know about Nairobi is that once the money comes in, once the projects start coming, legislation will sort itself out. But I think the money that is willing to come and say, let's do 10 movies, we'll lose on 9, make money on the 10th. or like let's do like 10 plays, lose money in the 9th, make 10. I think that's what's missing more than anything else. I mean, the regulations will follow the money, I think.
Okay, so Lucy, do you think Gava is supporting or Gava is also hindering? What's your take? Because according to producer, he's playing. He's like, you know what? Regulation will follow the money.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think Gava is playing its role? Are they supporting you as an actor? You've been doing this for so long.
I think there's more that can be done for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the legislation can hinder. At this point, it's hindering.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel also that the government can do more to support artists. And
so, as in, what you're trying to say is that before you start regulating, first help us.
Help us.
Let's meet halfway.
Yes, exactly.
Be your brother's keeper.
Yes.
Try and encourage. Try and pump money into it. Try and have workshops.
Yes.
Give licenses.
Exactly.
Because I know some of the biggest issues that we're having. That I don't know whether it's just a story that I hear where in the bar. Because I'm always in the bar.
No, licenses
when guys say, there are productions from Hollywood that wanted to come to Kenya, but they were being charged an arm and a leg. That's why it ended up in Namibia.
Yeah, we've heard that as well. Yeah, from the TV days. Yeah, I mean, and it is expensive. Like you can imagine, for someone who's a new time producer of film or television, it's 40,000 for a license. So you can imagine again.
Hold up, 40,000 for what?
40,000 for the city council license.
To do what?
Just to have a business that does like film or television.
So before you guys opened your production company,
yeah, that's the amount.
That is Tony Tiny
Tone. Yeah, Tony.
You guys have to pay 40 G's.
40 G's, yeah, is the amount you have to pay
per year.
That's not including business registration. That's not including
company registration.
Yeah, that's only company registration, CR12, all that stuff.
Yes.
Shareholder agreement. That's not including that. That's just what you have to pay to the county government.
You pay Kanjo 40,000 shillings.
40,000 a year.
How do they even know that you guys do plays?
See, you have an office.
Wow.
So what you put on the wall.
So what is that license called?
And also, in addition,
it's called acting license or what?
I think it's called a shooting license. But it's basically, even when you're on the ground, like when you're on the ground, you need to have an NEMA license plus that license as well, and you need to have cops on the ground. So there's another like 4 expenses, because usually it's about 2 policemen that you need. Okay. So like by the time you're seeing someone shooting outside, if they're
on location,
yeah, outside of indoors, yeah, pretty much we're looking at I don't know, maybe 50 to 100,000 has been spent at that stage, between that amount. So yeah, I mean, for sure, like it is restrictive financially, especially for younger people.
Okay.
So yeah, that one I think is one of those things that I think everyone would agree that it needs to be reevaluated if we care about our industry.
Wow, 40,000. That's paid to the county for acting. Well, I didn't even know, man. But you know what? We live and learn. This is Nairobi for sure. Yeah. Anyway, when we get back, we'll be talking about transitioning from film to theater, and also you'll give us the lowdown on how people can get tickets to come and watch your production that is happening from this Thursday at
Louis Leakey Auditorium, Nairobi National Museum. Shows at 3 p.m., 6 p.m. and 8:30.
Rico Kabiza Damu. Yes, girl like you playing right here on Breakfast with the Stars. The time now is about 13 minutes to 8 o'clock, and that is how time flies in studio. Yes, it's crazy. Anyway, so we're talking about one of the best productions ever that's happening this
the best production
Thursday.
of 2018.
In 2018.
The best.
Yes, I knew. Once the beef.
Huh?
Once the beef.
No. Theater's all love. All love. Easy rap.
Okay, so let's talk about the cast. I know we've waited for Sean, who's been caught up in traffic. I just hope that he'll come another day.
Yes.
Yes. So tell me about the cast.
So basically, the person who plays WB, the character who, our protagonist and our main character, is played by Noah Kuvola.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other lead is Anne Maura from, I know it's going to be blasphemy to say this, from the competing Capital FM.
Okay, no pressure.
That's our leading lady. And then, in addition to that, of course, we have here Lucy Wache, who plays, the main character's mother. We have Benson Ochungo of Jala 5-Star on Mnet, who's playing Sam.
He's a very good actor. I like him.
Yeah, great actor. And super professional, super pro. Mm-hmm. We have Mildred Sakina of Nation. She also did a play just over the weekend that went very well.
Okay.
Then we also have Barbara Nyambura, a newcomer who I think everyone is going to love.
Yes.
And is there anyone I've missed? So that I've missed you, I still love you.
Well, the thing is, how many people are in the cast? How many people are there?
There's 7 main cast members and 4 extras.
And you just mentioned that one of the cast members has pulled out.
One of the crew,
crew. Okay, crew.
One of the crew, yeah. So unfortunately, one of the crews, the mother was taken ill.
Okay.
So basically, they just had to drop out over the weekend. So pretty much, I mean, that's how theater is, man. So we just had to scramble. I had a meeting. Yesterday was a full work day for me. So even at like between 5 and 7, I was kind of planning for that. So yeah, that's just theater, man. That's just the nature of the game.
But the play has to go on. The play has to go on.
The show must go on.
The show never stops.
Even if I need to die to make it happen, that show is happening.
Tim Adele and Tim Shafi are here. They're asking a question. Okay, so what happens if a cast member falls ill? Do you guys have substitutes like in football?
So for the TV show, show that we did, I did.
Okay.
For this, no.
Okay, so there's no understudies.
There's no understudies. Like
you're just praying to your God that all the people who are in the play will be fit and healthy all through the production.
You know, like the thing is, I've been self-employed for a long time. Like for me, I just have the philosophy of you'll figure it out. Like you cross that bridge when you get there. Like there's nothing that can't be fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're willing to put in the work, nothing.
Okay.
I'll tell you a story of what happened. There's once I was doing a show at the Phoenix Players, and then one of the cast members, I think, fell ill or got stuck or something like that. But the show had to start at 7 prompt.
Okay.
So what happened? The stage manager had to
jump in.
Jump in.
Okay, was this like on the premiere or like after?
No, after the opening
day 3
night.
after the opening night.
After the opening night. No, it wasn't the opening.
So the stage manager obviously anajua lines.
Of course, anajua lines. This is what the main character. Yeah? So imagine we had to apologize to the audience, but he came on stage with the script.
Okay.
And because the show must go.
The show must go on. You can never stop the show.
No.
And people who understand theater, they will get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where can people catch the play? I know it's happening at the Louis Leakey Auditorium.
Yes.
That is up to Museum Hill.
Yes. On Kipande Road.
Kipande Road, yes.
So, of course, if you want tickets, the link is tinyurl.com/poormoney. Or if you just want to look it up on social media, look up the hashtag Poor Money. If you want to call for ticket information, it's 0735 614 507. That's 0735 614 507. So early bird tickets ended. So please make sure you buy advanced before they run out. And I'm sure you've all
seen
How much
is the ticket at the door?
So at the door it's going to be 1,500, but we have advanced tickets starting at 1,000 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch a play this weekend, made by Kenyans, for Kenyans, young Kenyans, it's going to be featuring Sean Kibaki. I think this is the first time he's on a show.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yes. First time on stage.
And so I think he got stage fright because he knew I was going to ask him hard questions. That's why he pretended there's traffic.
No, he saw that with Kobe, but he got scared.
Anyway, so I have to come and watch him because you know what? I want to see if he's a good actor and also just come and critique.
No, you're very, very welcome. By the way, very welcome, man.
Oh, okay. So we'll post up all the details on the show. On all our platforms at Kiss 100 Kenya.
Yeah.
And as soon as the guys from Anigo PR send through everything, we'll sort it out. But all the best.
Thank you.
A big shout out to you and your partner for believing in Kenyan art and everything
and creating the platform for us.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Where
can guys find you guys?
So for us, if you want to look us up, our website is tttproductions.tv, or you can look us up on ttt_productions. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And again, 0735 614 507. You'll still find out more about us.
About you here. All the best, guys. Hey, Sean Kibaki is in studio, bro. You made it.
I finally made it. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good in the hood. I know you're not a morning person.
Exactly.
You never anticipated the traffic.
Yeah.
You thought just because you live here in Spring Valley that you would make it.
You see, the thing is, I normally leave the house at 11, and there's no line there. So I'm surprised to find we have traffic
outside your house. Yeah. Yes, that's the worst thing about living like on a major highway, on a major road.
Yeah.
Yes, and also from uptown where everybody has a car.
You know,
even the Mboch. You know, the house girl who's going shopping, everybody's got a car, man. Anyway, at least you're here, and better late than never.
Yeah.
Yes, so we are watching you on Thursday making your debut.
Yes.
On theater.
Yes. So I want guys to please come in, because I believe in this story we're trying to push here.
Yes.
We need to be aware of corruption and the toll it takes on all of us.
Okay.
So we're starting the show on the 27th, but it runs through to the 30th.
Yes, on Thursday, yes.
Yes, from Thursday
at Louis Leakey.
Yeah, at Louis Leakey.
Yes.
So
So what are you playing? What part are you playing in the show?
Well, my character is as we say, tenderpreneur.
So
I'm very cocky and ambitious, and all
and you have a bit of money.
Yeah, I already have money, a lot actually. Yeah.
Yes,
and yeah, we're trying to make the best deal possible.
Okay,
that has money for us.
Okay, for now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's how we operate. And we're one of the guys who bring in the corruption.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is what how Kenyans are surviving as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's dope. So, and what made you think about theater?
Well, I mean, I did it in high school and stuff, so I was like, maybe I should look at taking it more seriously and whatnot. So someone came to me this opportunity, and I was very happy to audition for it.
Okay. So you actually auditioned?
Yeah.
Because majority guys here are like, so Sean got that part like just automatic.
No, I actually auditioned. We all auditioned.
Okay.
So it was the protocol.
Okay.
So I was auditioned.
So there was no like a backdoor deal?
No. In fact, Tony tells me there were 4 other people in the way. So
yeah,
somehow
you made it.
I was better than them, but I don't know how. But
yeah. So how is it you being on stage for the first time, like when you're rehearsing and everything? Were you nervous?
We're managing. I mean, I got over the nerves because I did it in high school for smaller productions, but so far it's manageable. It's quite cool. Yeah.
Okay. So there's so many chicks who are hitting me up here now. You need to talk to them, man, and tell them, yo, where can they find you on Thursday?
On Thursday, they'll find me at Louis Leakey Auditorium in the National Museum. From the first show is at 3. Yes, 3 p.m. The second one is at 6.
So hold up. So in a day you're doing 2 shows?
3 shows.
3 shows?
Yeah.
Wow.
Each day for 4 days.
This is a real hustle.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's hard work.
That's 12 shows.
Yep.
Technically.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, apart from acting, what have you been doing, man?
Apart from acting, I've taken up a role as an influencer on social media.
Okay.
I will get back to modeling shortly.
Okay.
And I'm trying to finish my degree.
Okay, what degree? What degree is that?
USIU. I'm studying psychology and international relations.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so all the best. Next time I'll invite you over. We come and discuss more about your life because there's a lot Kenyans want to know. Yeah. But today.